Hi, Jim and Lynda Lloyd here with Everyday Orlando. We are a husband and wife real estate team from Horizon, West Florida.
And if you're thinking of moving to the Orlando area, you're probably wondering what's it really like to spend every day in Orlando. Well, it's pretty magical.
It is pretty magical. I love it. And when I was younger, I didn't realize that you could wake up, that people actually lived here. When we came down for my first family vacation, I was actually surprised to see like homes and people living here. I don't know what I thought, like who was working in all of these theme parks, but you actually can wake up and live every day in Orlando.
And Orlando is synonymous with Disney. It's synonymous with Universal Studios and SeaWorld.
Now Epic.
Now Epic as part of Universal.
We're going to have to do whole video on Epic.
You may have been here for senior class trips, 8th grade trips, business conferences and conventions. You may have saved for years to have that family vacation just like we did. And we saved up. Lynda secretly was saving for several years to bring the family and surprised us with a week-long trip to Disney over Christmas.
Yeah.
And it was pretty amazing. But you can live every day near the magic. Mm-hmm. And what does that mean? It kind of means you can hear the train from Magic Kingdom when you are outside sometimes.
You do actually. I mean, depending on where you live, we live in Horizon West, and we can actually hear the Magic Kingdom train whistle go, and it was really nice. And we used to hear when they did the back and forth for, like, you know, the ferry that was passing Tom Sawyer Island. But now there's no more Tom Sawyer Island, but we do still hear the train. And
it also means that as you're looking for houses, you might find out, is there a view of the Disney fireworks at night? Mm-hmm. And from most places in the area, there is.
I mean,
there's a pretty incredible view, not only to see, but to hear the fireworks every night at the same time. And it is pretty magical.
Part of our everyday in Orlando is that when we are maybe coming home from picking our daughter up at work, we're going to get to see the fireworks. Maybe when we're coming home from a date night or grocery shopping on a Saturday night, any night of the week, we are going to get to see Disney fireworks. It's really kind of amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And another great perk of it is that being so close, you have to get your annual pass. But we could stop in and go to a park for just a couple of hours.
The flexibility with being able to just pop over to the park for a couple hours here and there. My oldest daughter has a kind of, she likes to tease me, and she says, well, that's before mom was theme park mom.
Yes.
Before annual pass and after, because I was going to get my darn money's worth from that one day pass. I mean, if you think about it, you're paying a lot of money, and I would be like the 7 a.m. to park opening to park closing because I wanted to get
We're not leaving. We're not taking a break. We're going to go. And it was exhausting.
The flexibility of being able to be like, you know what? We're 17 minutes from Disney right now. Why don't let's just go to the Brown Derby Hollywood Studios for dinner.
Date night at Epcot. Date night at any one of the parks, really. Yeah. Or Universal CityWalk or Disney Springs. Just all of it is in our backyard, basically, right? And so what does that mean? It means discounted rates on annual passes.
Yes, and and annual passes are great. I would like to, one little pro tip here is, if you are purchasing an annual pass, don't cheap out on the photo op. Like, at least one person in your family, get the photo package. It's like, I think it's $99 extra, but you do the photo pass, then you can take pictures anytime you want. And anyone who's on your shared family, you'll be able to get those pictures and download them and send unlimited amounts and download them and send. Anytime you go on a ride where they take your picture, anytime you see a character and you want to take a picture, anytime you just want to catch that moment, you can.
And just get an actual good, high quality shot of the family.
It's really fun. It's really sweet.
And what is it? $60 extra?
No, it's $99 extra
for the whole year.
For a whole year, and it's unlimited people. Like, whoever you're on is on your Disney plan with you. So
we really have to do an entire video just about the annual passes because there's a lot to unpack.
Yes.
There's a lot of layers, things to look out for, like blackout dates, where certain pass levels are not available
Right.
during certain peak seasons for the parks.
Right. So
which are the holidays,
we-
which are spring breaks.
when we first moved here, we got the lowest level because it's kind of pricey, and we were like, let's, we'll just start here, blah blah blah. But we've kind of adapted. Our daughter still only does the weekdays. That's fine. That works for them, and she likes coming on the weekdays. We had to add weekends to ours, so you kind of learn through what you like. Where when you start to see the pattern as to when you like to go to the park, like we'll start to know. Like we go a lot.
You want to go on the weekends.
Yeah, we want to go
don't
on
get
the weekends.
That prevents you from going on the weekends.
Or what's famous and what is very common for Jim to do is, because he works very hard, and he'll be like, okay, let's go, but it's like there's lots of blockouts for certain passes for like the long weekends, the holiday weekends, the Columbus Day.
Labor Day.
Yeah. So you want to pay attention to that, but you'll start to see when you move down. You're right. This is.
But to get a Florida resident pass, establishing residency is much different than it is for, let's say, getting college tuition, right? So you have to show your lease, your deed, if you're renting or buying, and it's pretty easy from that point to go and get your Florida driver's license.
I mean, you can have an annual pass if you don't live here, obviously, but
you can have an annual pass if you don't live here.
Living here is cheaper.
But the cool thing is, and you can actually get discounted day tickets or 3-day tickets.
Yes.
40% off, I believe, for being a Florida resident.
Yeah.
But the annual passes, Lynda says it's pretty pricey. I think the highest level is $1,500 a year for Disney to go to all 4 parks. $1,500 for the year.
Right, plus water park.
But if you consider that you're spending $189 or $199 for a day ticket,
I know.
$1,500 is 8 days.
I mean, people will spend that just when they come down for their 1 week vacation.
If you come down for a 5-day, your 5-day ticket is going to be close to $1,000. So an annual pass of $1,000.
It's very well worth your money, and it's also, I mean, we don't have to talk too on it, but it's such a gift that I forget. Yeah, you're right. I say that it's pricey, and it can be, but it's like you don't even realize. Like our granddaughter, for example, like she's growing up getting to go to the park. You want to take advantage of that. She's growing up, like she can just be like, let's go to Disney, mommy.
Being familiar with pulling into the parking lot or wanting to see the rides.
Going, and like what a gift that's just part of her living every day in Orlando.
So some of the perks, annual passes, discounted tickets, that's all good.
The flexibility of popping over.
Being close so that you can be within 30, 45 minutes away. Seeing the fireworks and all that kind of thing. I think it's also, people are going to come and visit.
Yeah, that's another perk.
They're going to be here for many different things because the amount of conventions, conferences, travel, sport teams, things that happen in the area is significant.
And relocating can be stressful, and people are, it takes a lot of courage to move away from family if you're having a job change, or if you're just choosing a different place to live and you want to move and you're thinking of moving to Orlando. One of the good things about moving to Orlando and not some other random area would be the fact that you're most likely people will come to visit you. It's a lovely place to visit. So it is,
And so you can also do staycations.
Yes.
Right? Like
staycations are fun.
We could do an entire video of the top 25 places in Florida we have not visited yet. Yeah. And someday we want to visit, but it's too easy to kind of stick around because there's a lot that is here. There's a lot that is right in our backyard from everything from staying at a resort, staying at a hotel, or just staying home and going to visit those places if you have time off. And, there are so many things outside of the resorts that you can do for people that are on vacation that when you're a resident, it's like you're on vacation all the time.
Yeah. And what's it like to live near the theme park? Another benefit is job opportunities.
A lot of job opportunities.
So our daughter works at Universal.
The parks are gigantic employers.
Yep.
And not just for cast members, not just for park attendants and that kind of thing, but also for corporate jobs. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of incredible opportunities for that.
Yes.
I think some of the interesting things that are maybe not as great is there's a lot of traffic times.
So you have to wrap your brain around the traffic. So yes, people are like, oh, the traffic is so bad. Anywhere
We've been to Nashville, it's not great. When you've been to LA, it's really not good.
The hours of traffic are different. And so when something catches you by surprise, you're like, oh my gosh, this is awful.
Right.
So the traffic doesn't necessarily run around 9 to 5 rush hour of businesses. It kind of goes to open and close of the theme parks, which is
in certain
interesting.
areas.
Yeah,
right.
In certain
and like
areas.
we lived outside of New York City for most of our adult lives. It could take anywhere from 45 minutes to 2.5 hours to get in and out of New York City, depending on the traffic heading into the tunnels or the bridges, at the toll booths, whatever it was.
Right. So I commuted to college. I lived about 30 minutes from where I went, but if I left at any time from, like, if class ended anytime after 4,
5 o'clock,
it was going to take me, over an hour to get home. Whereas the traffic coincided with the 9 to 5 business workday. Here, traffic will coincide typically with the opening and closing. So it varies.
And with that traffic come tourists who don't know where they are.
Yeah, so this is definitely...
And so you have to be on guard.
Yes.
Because somebody might be driving really slow, they're waiting for their GPS to catch up, and then boom, they gotta go, or they're gonna stop and try to back up.
Yes.
On the side of the road to take that exit.
Yes.
Don't stop on the side of the road and back up to take an exit. Go to the next one. Let your GPS reroute you.
Yes.
Don't create dangerous situations. But you have to watch out because of the tourism. People are in La La Land a little bit sometimes because we're literally in La La Land, and you're taking in the sights.
They're just not as familiar with the roads. So I would say, like, what's it like to live every day in Orlando? You have to be aware of, tourism adding to your travel and your experience while you're driving. And that can also be seasonal. I mean, that comes and goes. It's definitely, I think...
And there is still rush hour normally, just like for working and all that kind of thing.
Yes.
So traffic is a consideration. I think maybe the entertainment or the food options.
Well, one more thing to say about the traffic is it's great also that locals will know that there are alternate routes to get you where you want to go.
Yeah.
So most of the time, like, I will look up, even though I know how to get to Universal, I know that there's probably 4 different ways that I could go to Universal. And if I need to make sure that I'm at there at a certain time, I can see, well, which way is having less traffic at this time. I could just check that before I go. Locals will know that there is more. We're not just going to go the main way that, during certain hours that 90% of the tourism people are taking. So there's ways to get around that, once you become more familiar with your surroundings.
And there are toll roads, and the toll roads are the roads less traveled.
Yes.
So generally speaking, they are the roads less traveled, and there's more free flow of traffic.
Yes.
So that's something. There are a lot of dining options, and there are a lot of, just good creative restaurants that cater to tourists, but also are catering to the local population. And we get to take advantage of the fact that we could go have dinner at one of the high-end restaurants at a resort.
Yeah.
We can go to Coronado Springs. We can go to the Floridian for their famous brunch. And then we can also go to some great restaurants in Orlando, or in some of the suburbs like Winter Park.
Right. And actually this is the time of year where they have that dining in Orlando package for, and every year they do this, and it's part of a dinner plan, and you pay this flat fee and you get to go and enjoy the entertainment. It gives you the opportunity to try lots of places at a fixed rate. So that is, we haven't tried that yet, but we need to. It's a whole nother video segment, I think. But
and even with dining, Lynda and the girls are gluten-free.
Yes.
And Disney
is more than half of our family right now.
Disney does an incredible job.
Yes.
With dietary restrictions.
So does Universal.
And so does Universal. And that kind of, I think it spills out to most of the restaurants in the area.
It definitely has. This Orlando area is definitely one of the best places that I've lived, where you don't realize that to not feel safe when you're ordering out is a very real thing for somebody with celiac disease or with allergies. And so coming here, I don't have to worry about that as much, and I get to go out and feel safe with going out to dinner. And so that is a huge perk.
Yeah, I think another interesting thing is that you will see cast members or team members in uniform at times, either driving in their cars. They're probably not supposed to be in uniform if they're like going to Target or at the Publix. We will see them occasionally. You'll see them getting gas in their,
it's just kind of fun to see.
Costume, let's say.
See the cast members outside of their home. Universal is interesting because you actually are not allowed to wear your uniform out until you've worked there for a certain amount of time, and then you have the opportunity. But I think then there's also, with that means that they'll trust you more to not. There's a certain code of conduct that they want you to have when you're representing their park, and there's a sense of pride to being a part of the Disney team or the Universal team, and it's very competitive. I remember when Epic Universe is opening up, and everyone wanted to put in for that. I mean, it's very competitive to get in there, and so there's a sense of pride and feeling good about where you work, and it's really nice.
Yeah. So what are some of the other things every day? If you're living every day here in Orlando, you get to enjoy the sunshine. You get to enjoy a lifestyle that allows you to be outside pretty much all year round.
Also, I would say shopping might look a little different for you. It's really fun depending on where you live in this area. Every day in Orlando, like the first time we went to stores, even you don't think that there's like basically the gift shop inside the Target. You could get your matching family shirts at the Target here but so things might look a little different. It's kind of like that vacation vibe every day in Orlando. So it's kind of, it's a nice feeling.
Well, even some of the Publix, it's a nice feeling, but some of the Publix are in areas that are more touristy, are geared more towards tourism. So there is less of the staples, less of the things that you would have as a normal,
or you can't buy it in your
family meal.
Packages.
You can't buy it in big packages, or
But we still have the BJs, and you just have to know. Locals will know where to shop.
You learn after a little bit of time. So that's interesting.
We learned which Target we wanted to go to and which grocery store we wanted to go to based on what the supply would be for those stores, what the demand is, and so then what the supply is for us as locals. And it's fun. It's part of the experience. And there are times when I'm like, you know what? I actually quite like being around the vacationers because they're happy, and it's fun to be around. And it's a nice little, along the staycation, it's a nice little mindset every once in a while to be grateful that this is where I get to live every day.
Yeah.
I like it. Yes, I like it.
We talk about it all the time. So if you want to think about moving to Orlando and spending every day here in the Orlando area near the Magic, we invite you to come and check it out. We invite you to think about what it could be like to see fireworks every night from your house.
Or from restaurants, even out.
Or from restaurants. So we do have a quiz in the description below. Click on the link. Answer a few questions. It'll help you determine what community might be best for you, or what area you might want to first check out. We also have a ton of videos in our channel that talk about a number of the different areas, and we really enjoy being able to meet people and to share our experiences here. So book a call if you're going to be here on vacation. Let's spend some time together. We'll answer whatever questions you have, and we really hope that you can also make every day magical here in Orlando.
Thanks for watching.